Hello everybody, it is Nicole from eKiwi, and today I'm going to teach you how to blend similar or analogous colors with alcohol markers. So let's not waste any time and hop right into the video. When I'm talking about similar or analogous colors, I'm referring to the colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. The process to blending these colors is a little bit different from last week's video, but as always, this is not the only way to blend markers, this is just the way that I blend them. Similar to last week's video, you'll want to choose your markers first. However, when blending analogous colors, I found that I needed a lot more markers and colors in order to get a smoother blend. One of the color schemes that I'll be using today uses 8 markers, while the other uses 10. Especially for color schemes that go from a cool to a warm tone, I needed more markers to help create a smooth transition. For this first example, we will be using my favorite analogous color scheme, which is yellow to red. With the markers that you've chosen, create a very rough, patchy layer of your color scheme on the entirety of the area that you want to blend. In this case, I am coloring the entire dress and I'm going from yellow at the top and red at the bottom. Make sure to start with the lightest color and go down the line to the last color. The last color may also not be the darkest depending on your color scheme. In this case it is, but in another example I'll show, the last color was actually a bright pink. And I actually messed up a little bit because I applied the wrong color too early, so there's a little patch on her left side that's a little bit darker yellow, but I fixed it later. Since we laid down the foundation with the rough colors, it's easier to blend all the colors out. You want to start from the bottom where you just left off and start coloring upwards. As you reach the next color, switch to that marker and keep blending up. A lot of my process involves a lot of layering and going over areas again to re-blend colors, especially when crossing from cool to warm tones, which I'll show in the next example. In this example, we will go from a cool tone blue to a warm tone purple and pink. Because of the bigger transition, I used 10 markers, making sure to get both a cool and warm tone purple for a smooth transition because it is the color in between the blue and the pink. The first 2 steps are the same. I made a rough layer with all the colors, and then I went back upwards to blend them all together. However, when I got to where the blue and purple meet, I did a little bit more layering, overlapping the colors on top of each other to mix them and make a smoother transition. By overlapping the cool tone blue with the cool tone purple and the warm tone purple, I helped the cool tone blue blend into the warm tone purple, and then that made it easier to blend the warmer tone purple into the pink. Hopefully that makes sense, but if it doesn't, then hopefully seeing it being done in video will help you understand the process. In this last example, I wanted to show an analogous color scheme from light to dark. This one was a little bit tricky because the light blue was more of a turquoise tone, and the mid colors were more periwinkle and gray. However, the process is still the same, and even though the periwinkle color is more gray in tone, with a good amount of layering, I was able to blend the colors together. So I hope you found this video useful or helpful in any way. If you did and want to see my next video tutorial on how to blend different colors with alcohol markers, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss it. And if you want to practice or color this piece for yourself, this line art is available as a coloring page pack on my Etsy, which will be linked in the description and in the pinned comment. So with that, I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. Keep drawing, keep creating, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!